now let's go to where the magic happens. So basically I got this system about 2 years ago. I haven't done nothing to it as far as overclocking or anything. So I figured why not, change is good. So I figured let's see what this puppy can do. So basically, I just I'm experimenting with it, but it seems to work for me. So it's set up at 3.3 and it's set up that way because my memory, it's a 1333. It's not a 1600, so basically as high as I could go without overclocking my memory. And also, keeping it at maximum speed. So this is the settings that work for me. Anyway, so what you do, all this stuff is going to be on default settings. Basically, everything is going to be on automatic and all that stuff. So right here, leave the CPU clock ratio at 20 times. Let's see. In here, disable the turbo boost. And basically follow these settings and you'll be fine. So right here, you set this to 36 at the lowest settings because that's where you gotta set it when you overclock. That's what I learned anyway. So the base clock controller, this is what's gonna overclock your computer. It's gonna overclock your CPU and also your memory. So this is basically the Mac Daddy of your computer, This sets up everything. So anyway, it's going to be disabled, so enable it, and then you go down here and you change your frequency. For these settings, set it at 166. And I set it at 166 because that's what gives me 1333. Anyway, so it's not, a perfect number, but it's what works for me and for these settings and for my memory. Let me see what's going on in here. I haven't changed nothing here, so leave that at default. So basically you have to set this on these settings because it's gonna give you more stability. Now this is your multiplier, it's gonna be in automatic, and what happens is if you put it in automatic, it's gonna give you the same frequency. So basically I went in here and set it up at 8, and that gives me the same, so I know this is the right number to set it up on. After which you go back on here and you set this up twice as that. So we set it up at 8. So right here, 8 times 2, it's 16, I think. So then you get the right frequency over here. So this is the settings to get your CPU at 3.33. It's actually 3.32, but this is what you get. So now you're getting down here. And this is what I did for the voltage. Now, I'm not an expert, so, don't take my word for it. But in this board anyway, this works for me. I set it at 1.25, and I think it's enough. If you can't boot up, then that means you have to go higher on this voltage. The QPI VTT voltage, it's default at 1.175. So I went a couple of notches over here, 1.235. So 1.75, couple of notches up on that because we did overclock. Now the memory voltage on the 1600s, it says that, at 1600 you have to put it at 1.64. So you have 1600, you definitely have to set it up on this. And you have to go even higher. But, don't take my word for it. You have to figure that out for yourself. You have to test your memory and see if it has enough voltage and if it works. And same thing with the CPU. So, you set this and then you boot up, and then if it doesn't boot up, then you have to come back in here and increase your voltage on the vCore. And sometime on this. Now the problem that I had, I was dropping voltage. Basically under load, my CPU was dropping voltage like crazy. And I'm not sure exactly why. And if you can help me with this, if people out there know more about this, please let me know. So what I did, I set it up on level 2, the load line calibration, and that keeps my voltage, stable. Without having this on, I'm going to show you basically a setting and show you what it's going to do. It's going to drop your voltage on your CPU when it's under load. and at least for me it did. Maybe I did something wrong in the settings, I don't know, but anyway, with this on at level 2, it keeps my voltage stable. So basically that's it. This is your settings if you want to get to this overclock frequency. And so anyway, this is like a chance that you're taking, doesn't matter what you do. So, you know, that's that. So you get out of here. So basically now we're going to go and save our settings. Okay, save and exit. Press enter, press Y or N for no. And now the system is going to reboot, hopefully. And then once it reboots, I'm going to go to a screen recording. And I'm going to show you what these settings do after all this mumbo jumbo. So here I am. Let's see what we got. Alright, so this is basically what I got. Let me pull up the temperature. Okay, so this is my core speed basically. Multiplies the 20. Bus speed is a 16.6. Now you can see my voltage is staying at 1.232. So I'm going to show you a different screen where I didn't have the load calibration feature on. And that actually drops your voltage, and then when it's on the load, it drops it even more. So I don't think that's a good thing. But let me know if you know anything about this. This is my memory. So I don't know if this is right or not, but you see it says 1.5, but I set it up at 1.64 just to make sure that it has enough voltage. And you know, you don't have to do the same thing, you just watch some other people and see what they say and get some more info on it. But test your memory also and see if it runs right. So the first thing I should do, it's basically test the processor, but I already did that, and the temperatures are not bad. It goes up to like 60 something on this, and I'm on air, so that's it. This is the settings that I got with this setup and this computer. And this actually, it's a workstation. You can see the video card is not a gaming card, so it does really good on this board. And with this setup, I can render an hour of HD footage in about 40 minutes, not even, a little bit under 40 minutes. So overclock like this. So this did improve a lot my workflow. And you know, you can follow these settings if you want. I don't guarantee anything. You know, your system might be different, your processor might be different, your board might be different. I'm not even sure about the settings, but they work for me. Alright, so I got Prime 95 to do a test and see what's going on. So let me see over here. Now you can see the voltage over here. It goes up to 1.248, and on my other setting they actually would go under. They go to 1.1 something. So I had a lot of V drops, and that's why I had to enable that feature, the load calibration, and it seems to work for me. So, and this will go up to probably about 71 or something. So anyway, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any suggestions. I'll appreciate it. Thank you.